Greetings and welcome to the Creepy Candle Shop. I'm Marc and I'm your creepy candle connoisseur for the evening. Thank you so much for stopping by. During tonight's visit, we're going to have so much fun. We're going to learn all about the history of candles. Totally fascinating, by the way. We're gonna make our very own cauldron candles, and we may even take a little spooky road trip to another candle shop that is rumored to be haunted. And just for visiting today, you have a chance to win your very own creepy candle shop gift basket. Oh yeah, but a little more about that later. Hey everybody, how are you? Oh, I'm so excited to see you. I've been putting together this video for like 2 weeks, right? You know, the theme of a candle shop, because I love candles. Oh, you all know that. But seriously, we love candles here. I mean, we burn candles, well, every day. I mean, yeah, there's one burning right now. We burn them every single day. And I love to make candles too. Y'all know that too. So yeah, tonight we're gonna have a lot of fun with all of that stuff. And so I just wanted to check in real quick to see how you're doing, making sure everybody's okay. We're doing good. We're getting ready for the wedding, y'all. Oh my gosh, can you believe that it's like literally like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, like 5 days away? I cannot believe it. Oh my gosh. So either tomorrow or Wednesday, we'll be having a it's wedding week, a video like that, you know. So we have a lot to update you on, because a lot happened in the last couple days. Like, you know, outfits came in, candles came in, decorations came, you know, all of that stuff. So, but that'll be either tomorrow or Wednesday. Today, it's all about candles, and not just any candles. It's all about creepy candles today, right? So I thought it would be great if we would start, well, at the beginning. So, Marc, creepy connoisseur for the evening. So next we are going to learn all about the fascinating history of the candle. From the flickering light of a small votive in a majestic cathedral to the oh-so-cherished and much-needed odor-eliminating candle, candles have been a source of light for over 5,000 years. The existence of the wicked candle can be credited to the ancient Romans, and when those candles were first produced, it involved tallow wax, which was actually derived from the fat and grease of cows and sheep. Thankfully, we've moved on from that, because can you imagine how that smelled? Now, the early Romans also gave us the word candle from their language, candela, which means torch. Now, the early church saw the light and the significance of candles, and since the time of the Roman Emperor Constantine, candles have been used in services. Now, they saw this as a visible sign of joy, blessed humanity, sacrament, and even sacrifice. Because the early candles were made from, well, animal fat and even beeswax, they were considered to be edible. And, well, technically they were. And sometimes they were used for this purpose. Now, people, yes, they did eat their candles. Now, you know, all throughout history, there have been periods of time where there was extreme drought and poverty and hunger and starvation. And it was not uncommon for people to actually eat their candles when they needed to. And candles were often used as timers as well. And that's because of their relatively slow burn rate. Folks would make marks all up their candles to signify an hour or even a day, and as the candle would melt down, that melted wax would release a weight that was placed there, and it would fall down to a metal plate, making a ding sound to signify that time interval. Interesting, huh?
The 18th century saw an evolution in candle making along with the growth in whaling. Sperm whales have a substance called spermaceti, which can be used to make candles once it's crystallized. This substance had a much slower burn rate, and it wouldn't melt in hot weather, and it smelled much better than the previously used tallow wax.
It wasn't until the 19th century that candles got a modern upgrade. Industrialized candles were mass-produced. Candles were made from molds, candle-making machinery was made, and candles were mass-produced at a very low cost. Now fast forward to the 1850s, and chemists were able to separate petroleum from paraffin, creating the most popular candle wax we know today, paraffin wax. Of course, as you can imagine, after the invention of the light bulb, candles became a little less popular, although they still were mass-produced in all kinds of shapes and sizes and colors, and the first scented candle was created. Now, by the time the 1980s hit, candles had definitely established themselves as luxury gifts, mood elevators, and decorative centerpieces. So the evolution of the candle has come a long way since those early civilizations making wax out of the fat from a cow, right? Candles have proven that whether we're using them to finish off our special space or add a magical glow to our favorite room, or using them to eliminate odors throughout our home, candles are a practical and beautiful addition to our home, and I'm sure we're going to be using them for many, many years to come. Wasn't that interesting? Seriously, it was fascinating to me. I had no idea that people actually ate candles at one point in time. I never even knew that. But I mean, it does make sense, I mean, if you're in extreme starvation and you have a candle that's made out of animal fat, what are you going to do, right? You're going to eat it. So, I don't know. I just thought that was a little, I don't know, fun thing to share with everybody. So, how about candle making? Oh, I don't have to tell you guys, you know how much I do. Well, I enjoy all DIYs, but one of my favorite DIYs to do, is candle making. It is. And we've done several videos in the past where we made some candles. We did a candle making 101 video where we kind of covered the basics of all of it. And, let's see, we made those, our cube candles, and we made the moon candle and the jar candles. We made all those. And I thought, of course, since we're in the creepy candle shop today, we have to learn how to make a creepy candle, right? How about a creepy cauldron candle? Hey guys, hey! Oh, tonight is just a perfect night for some crafting and DIYing. How about some candle making? Oh yes, tonight we're gonna make a creepy cauldron candle. Yes, I'm excited about it. They make perfect gifts for your friends or family, or just to add a little spooky ambiance to your Halloween decor, okay? So, let's get started. Obviously, we need wax, okay? And I decided to go with soy wax. It's my favorite wax medium to use. You know, there's so many different types of waxes. Beeswax, paraffin, there's all kinds of blends, but I found for both the beginner candle maker and for, you know, seasoned candle makers, soy wax is fabulous. Today, we're going to be using the wax beads for this project. And a nice thing about soy wax and the beads and especially the flakes, you can also melt it in the microwave. You would just get a microwave safe container and you would microwave it on 30-second intervals until you reach the desired temperature, okay? But really the proper and the best way to melt wax for candle making would be over a double boiler. So you will need that as well. I have mine started over on the stove there. I'm going to bring it over and put it on my hot plate later, and I'll show you that, okay? And then we also need our cauldrons. Check this out. I got a box of these on Amazon. They were $15. Look. Isn't that nice? And they even come with a little holder on the bottom too. So these were really, really cool to get. So there's that. Just whatever cauldron you use, just make sure it's fireproof. Don't go and get like the plastic ones from the Dollar Tree, because you know that won't work. Okay, I just had to say that because I mean, if you're a beginner, you might not know. You know. All right. So let's get started. The first thing we have to do is melt our wax. So I have my wax melting here. I did start it over on the stove and then I moved it over here onto a hot plate on low. So we do this in a double boiler. It's the best way to melt wax, and what we're aiming for is a temperature of 175. So get yourself a digital thermometer like this. It makes your life much, much easier, and we can temp it that way a lot easier too, you know. Really, you want to do that because if your wax is too hot, it will have shrinkage, and if it's too cold, it just won't set up right. So right now, we're looking for a temperature of 175, and that will be the perfect temperature to add our essential oils. It's true, yes. we need this to be at 175 to add our fragrance to it, okay? That's the best temperature, like the Goldilocks temperature, to add any type of fragrance to wax, so that it like absorbs the best, it gets incorporated the best, and that gives the best scent off too, okay? So we're at 175, and we're going to be adding candy corn to our scent, yes, to our wax. Here we go there. And then we're going to continue to stir this until it's all incorporated, okay? And that can take up to 2 minutes. What you're looking for is that none of that oil is floating on top of your wax, okay? And, you know, be a little patient. It may not take 2 minutes, but, you know, be a little patient, and we're just going to continue to stir, okay? And stir, and stir, and stir. Now, as far as how much wax you need to make your project, when you're using the pellets or the flakes, you know, just keep in mind that you're going to get about half the volume of melted wax as opposed to the solid wax, right? In those flakes and all that, definitely. So if you start with 4 cups of the flakes or the pellets, it's going to give you about 2 cups of melted wax. So that'll give you just a little bit of an idea of how much wax to use. Of course, I can't tell you exactly how much to use. It depends on how many of these cauldron candles you're going to make, okay? All right. So Okay, now, before we tint our wax, oh yeah, you know, color it, I took about a cup of just the untinted wax out and put it in a little container. So what we're going to do is, we're going to be adding a little accent to our cauldron, a little bone sticking out. So, I got these ice cube trays at the Dollar Tree, and we're going to be using we're going to be using the bone part of it, okay? And it's so easy, y'all. We're just going to get some paper towels out. Yes, yes. Wax is very messy. I learned that the hard way many times. And we're just going to pour some wax down in the cavities of our mold here. That's all we needed, and we're just gonna set that aside and let it all harden up. And now we're gonna tint our wax. Let me grab it. Okay, I think we are there. Oh, yes. Oh, it smells so good in here. And as far as scents go and how much to use, a good rule of thumb is to use 1 ounce of good quality, scented oils, essential oils, or they even sell specific candle scenting oils too that are a little different than essential oils. But whatever you use, a good rule of thumb is 1 ounce will give you a real nice scent for between 3 and 4 cups of melted wax. All right, so I'll give you like a little thing to go by there. All right, so we're nice and scented. Now we're gonna dye our wax, and I'm going with like a creepy maybe neon or light green color. And to do that, we're just gonna add our colored flakes into our wax and stir it until we get our desired color, okay? Okay, I think the desired color has been reached. Okay, so now we're gonna turn off our heat. Okay, and we want to allow this to cool down a little bit, and what we're looking for is a temperature of 135. Okay. It really has a lot to do with that temperature. We heated it up to 175 so that we could incorporate the coloring and the essential oils in it. But now to pour the candle, we need to bring it down to 135. Now we can just set it aside and let it do it on its own, or we can temper it by adding like a scoop or 2 of some of our wax pellets to it, okay? But this is a perfect opportunity for us to move on to the next step. You just make sure we get that down to 135. We don't want any shrinkage, okay? I mean, like, shrinkage, nobody likes shrinkage. Okay, so now let's work on our cauldrons while our wax is cooling. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our cauldron and we're going to attach our little skull to the front of it. And we're just going to do that using our hot glue gun. And just like that. Aww. See? He looks cute. Just a tiny little thing that really adds something to it, doesn't it? Very cool. Now let's prepare our wick. So we're going to be using wicks that are all ready to go like this, and they have the tab on the bottom. And we're going to be using a wick sticker. So we're going to pull the bottom sticker off like that, and we're just going to stick it to the bottom of our tab like that. Okay, and then we're going to take off the bottom sticker cover, whatever these things are called, I don't know. Okay, and then these particular cauldrons, as you can see, have a hole in the center of them. Maybe they were meant to be a plant or something, I don't know. But the sticker is going to cover that hole and seal it up so no wax will get out of the bottom. Perfect, right? Very simple. We're just going to stick it right to the bottom and give it a little push there, and it's in. All right, and now we're going to give our wick some support with our little holder here, and we just bring that up through the hole. Okay, just like that. And now our wick is ready to go, our skull is on, our hole is sealed. Now we repeat with however many cauldrons we're gonna make, and then we're gonna pour. Alrighty, so time to pour. Our temperature was at 136, so we're ready to go. And just for ease of pouring, I just poured some into another one of these cups. It just makes it a little bit easier than trying to move the whole pitcher, So what we're going to do is we're going to pour our melted wax into our cauldron, but we're going to stop about, we'll say, a ½ inch from the top, because we're going to do another layer later so we can add our spooky accessories to it, okay? All right, it's all there is to it. Okie dokie, they're all finished, right? So now what we have to do is let those cool completely. Just walk away and let them do their thing. Now I happen to have one done already right here. Let me show you. And I did this one before I dyed the wax, so I would have something to show you so we could, well, complete the video, right? I told you we're going to do a second pouring on top of this, so it'll be just fine because I'm going to pour the colored wax on top of this, right? But I did want to show you how we're going to finish these off. And so we're going to leave our wick in place and get ready to do a second pouring here. And this is where our little bones come into play. So have them looking like this. Kind of like a half bone there, you know? And what we want to do is kind of have it look like it's sticking out a little bit, okay? So we'll do that next. I also have a skull. I'm curious to see what he'll look like in there. And this time we're going to bring it up as close to the top as you want. Maybe, I don't know, how about a 1/16 of an inch from the top? You want to do that? All right, there we go, just like that. That's it, just a little topping on there. And now we're gonna take our bone and we're gonna place him in there. Let's see, that's the front, him in there. And I'm gonna nudge him up against my my little holder here, the wick holder. Yeah, that's a perfect size. Okay, so when we take our, you could probably use the whole bone. This is a 1-inch bone. Yeah, 1 inch. Whatever. Yeah, he'll work just well. The full one, or you can take the bottom off. Either way, it'll work just. Now, yep, we gotta walk away from it again and let it cool completely. And then when we're done, we're gonna take our wick holder off and we're gonna trim our wick down to about 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch. And y'all, that's it. That's all there is to it. All right, so I'm gonna let this cool down. I think I'll probably just let them cool down overnight. So I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Cool, cool, cool.
The next day.
Okay, well, it is the next day, and I just finished trimming the last of the wicks. Do you want to see him? Do you want to see him? There we go. Aren't they cool? As you can see, I did some with some drips around the outside to add to the creepy effect to it, right? And here's our one with the little skeleton, the skull in it. Very, very nice. And then even more, I put some topping on there. It's just dried herbs that I sprinkled on top after it got just a little bit hard, I think it really, really adds to it, And then down here I have, with my extra wax, here's a tip for you. When you're making candles, always have other, whatever, containers or molds ready to go in case you have some leftover wax. So I made some tin candles. I still have to trim him. Here, this is the done one here. Look how nice. Turned out nice. These are gonna make nice gifts. And then I also, I have some votives going too there, so. But I'll tell you what, I am really happy with the way these turned out. What do you think? Think you'll give it a try? Oh, I hope you do. It's real easy to do. They make great gifts, and they certainly are spooky, aren't they? Well, there you have it. Our project for today, our creepy cauldron candles. And here you go. Thank you so much for stopping by the creepy candle shop today. Thank you. Oh, what'd you think of that candle, y'all? Really, really cool, huh? I love how these turned out. I can't wait to give them to everybody. All my coworkers, friends, family, they're all gonna get one. And you know what? Oh my gosh, I'm a little bit tired. I think we need to take a little break here at the shop. So let's close up the doors and go down the road a little bit, take a little road trip to visit a supposed haunted candle shop. Come on, let's go. Hey guys, hey, we had so much fun on our summer road trip that we knew we had to follow it up with a spooky road trip. Think Creepy Town, USA, haunted attractions, and deranged destinations. And it all begins right now.
From our last destination in New Mexico, we're headed back to our neck of the woods in northeast Pennsylvania. This is Swiftwater, PA.
Now, Swiftwater is just a hop, skip, and a jump from where we live here in Scranton, and we've seen most of the places that we're going to visit in today's road trip. It's a beautiful, quiet community tucked right into the Pocono Mountains.
The community of Swiftwater is located within acres of forested land in the beautiful Pocono Mountains, nearby to state game lands which support beaver, raccoon, gray fox, and mink. The Swiftwater Forest Preserve protects peace and quiet for hundreds of families in this rural residential area. It also provides lots of free outdoor recreation too. Hiking, cross-country skiing, photography, and picnicking are just a few of the many activities you can enjoy while you're here. Swiftwater is home to the largest flu vaccine plant in the United States and also is home to the beloved and famous Pocono Cheesecake Factory.
Now, Swiftwater also has its share of spooky points of interest too, just like the Swiftwater Inn. Now, this place was built in 1778, and ghostly apparitions and cold spots and knocking on doors are just a few of the experiences that people have reported. And I mean many people through the years. Even Unsolved Mysteries did a program on this evil, evil place, and it is said that the crew was absolutely blown away. Now, the Swiftwater Inn was completely demolished in 2007, but it is said that the grounds on which it once stood are still haunted to this day. And then there's Mount Airy Lodge. It is said that room 7664 in the now closed hotel was haunted by a woman who was murdered by her husband in the honeymoon suite. Oh my. And also, the previous owner is said to be heard in the dining room in the early morning hours. And he actually committed suicide. Ooh, kind of creepy, huh? Now, the structure was completely leveled in 2005, but people still report seeing the apparitions all over the golf course that took its place. But today, we are going to our main point of interest and probably the most haunted place in all of Swiftwater. We're headed to the Candle Shop of the Poconos.
Standing in the basement of the Candle Shop of the Poconos, and when we purchased this building, strange events started happening in the basement and all throughout the store. We found a bunch of medical equipment, and we started researching the history of the property and of the building. This used to be a laboratory at one time in the 1900s.
Welcome to the Candle Shop of the Poconos, the most unique candle shop you'll ever visit. From jar candles that are made on the property to the over 300 scents they offer, it's definitely your one-stop shop for candles and gifts. The shop is located inside a beautiful building which was built in 1897. The original owner, Dr. William Redwood, had a research facility in the basement, and there he performed research on primates which allowed for the creation of the smallpox and yellow fever vaccines. And here's where it gets a little creepy.
After researching the history, we found these cages that house the monkeys, and that they did do research down here, and that's how the monkeys came about. They used to use the monkeys and take the serum out of their neck and use that for smallpox, yellow fever, and tetanus. We hear like screeching monkeys sounds, and there's a lot of like running across the floor noises that we have heard a lot of. And now they're continuing to be here. And then you also have a presence of the doctor. The doctor's definitely down here in the basement. You can actually like just feel the cool breeze in the mists.
So with this information, the owner decided to build the Haunted at the Candle Shop.
Welcome to the Haunted at the Candle Shop of the Poconos in Swiftwater, Pennsylvania. A year ago we started a project on changing this candle shop into a haunted candle shop because of the history of the building. We have a vortex tunnel in here. We have a jungle. We have banging doors and haunted monkeys, and we have a zombie room. There's a lot going on down here.
So whether you're looking for candles or gifts, or looking to get spooked, or looking for some fun outdoor activities, Swiftwater, Pennsylvania is definitely worth a visit.
Shop's all open again? All right. Oh, wasn't that creepy, y'all? Wasn't it? Ooh. Seriously though, it's a pretty famous candle shop here in Northeast Pennsylvania, and Steve and I have been there a couple times, and it is as creepy as it sounds. It really is. So if you're ever out this way, definitely stop by that candle shop. It's really compelling when you see everything that's in there. The haunted tour is, of course, kitschy and fun, but they have a lot of historical records and books down there too, back from when the doctor was doing his experiments. So it is quite fascinating. So, oh my gosh, we had such a good time today here in the shop, huh? Oh, that brings me to one last thing. Just for stopping by the shop today, you have a chance to win. It's giveaway time. Yes, it is. Up for grabs is our creepy candle shop gift basket, and it is packed full of gear. Yep. Halloween t-shirt in there. Oh yeah, gear and candles, and oh yeah, did I mention a $25 gift card for Bath and Body Works so you can get their delicious candles. Aren't they delicious? Have you ever had their candles? Their 3-wick candles are absolutely wonderful. So anyway, for your chance to win, all you gotta do is just comment something down below, okay? And we'll randomly pick the winner in our next video, which will be either tomorrow or Wednesday. I'm not sure what day it is, but it'll definitely be our next like full-length video. We have a few shorts coming out, you know, but our next regular video, okay? So good luck, everybody. This is an awesome gift because you're gonna get one of these Cauldron candles too. All right. Well, Marc, the candle connoisseur, is back. No, he's not. Thanks so much for spending your time with me this evening. I had a blast doing this tonight, and I hope you had fun too. Definitely hit that subscribe button, okay? And check us out over on Facebook and Instagram. All of our contact information is listed right down below. Our P.O. box and our email address too. If you have any questions on anything we did today, just shoot me an email, okay? Also down there, we have the links to our wedding website if you want to see what's going on there. And I guess that's about it. Thanks again, everybody. You have a fantastic week. And remember to always stay spooky. All right, I'll see you next time. Ciao, everybody. Mwah!